I don't even want to see that getting squashed. Are you okay, sir? You need some help? You need some help? No? That's what I like. That's what I find funny. But I wanted to, be like, hey, check the options and that sort of stuff, but there is no options. And that sort of stuff. Yeah, if you don't know this, in the last episode or last week, I played Diamond Observation Duty 2, and I got to the end and that sort of stuff. So I decided, hey, this still looks so goofy, yeah. That I think about it. I haven't used my vampire outfit or the vampire inspired outfit by me, the vampire Miku inspired outfit that much. But I just painted my face. I think I did it wrong and I painted my face black, but now, it looks like I'm talking to my face mask, technically, and that sort of stuff. So, yeah. But welcome to my Observation Duty 3. I hope it doesn't lag as last time, but we have to see a start. Let's start with the tutorial to see if it really lags. I checked the tutorial. Oh wait, this is 3 per... Oh. Okay, wait. Is this a job application? No anomalies in here. Is this an anomaly? Do I like make like... Oh. Port this anomaly. Does it then? Oh. Seems to run fine at least, so. But if you don't know what Time Observation Duty is, well, Time Observation Duty is a memory game. Normally, it's through like camera view in like... As you can see, normally you get a room like this and you have to remember what is in the room. Basically, which can really make you second guess yourself. If you haven't watched like the last episode, status on Observation Duty 2, I'm Observation Duty 1, and any other I'm Observation Duty games I've played, or inspired games. And that's the gimmick. Normally, you do that through a cam. As in, you have like this camera, like for example, the camera is in here, and this is your room, you know, and you have to like remember this, and then the plant can move here, and the plant can disappear, and that sort of stuff. But now it's like 3D. To like do. I think I get the hang of it. I think. I think I get the hang of it. I'll shift to sprint and then W is to move. Like, I think I'm getting the hang of it, but... Has this fixed itself? Okay, so it's 3D. That's gonna be interesting. I can exit to the pause menu. Oh, here are the settings. So, today we're gonna do with the first thing, the house with no past. And just see how this goes, because... I have a thing to tell. I have, like, today had my conversation with my job coach. But that means I have to remember what's in stuff. Right? Oh, I have to remember what's in stuff. And I want actually well to like one point, because like... I don't remember this. Yeah, that was here. Oh, I do have to remember the chess pieces. Okay, Okay, this is like more annoying because it's not like a standard view that I can remember. And that sort of stuff. And this takes way too long to check. And that sort of stuff. Is that an anomaly? This looks like an anomaly. This looks not like a painting that's here. And the thing is, like, you know, it's been partially like a thing of like, you know, but it's partially been the thing of like, you know, what do you want to work on and that sort of stuff. I think I heard something change. Wait, the fridge can be open. A thing, and like I was like, you know, my Preggo identity is maybe, or at least my identity is. Why should I like not leave those open? Can I? And thing, like I think my identity is a problem, and that sort of stuff. But eventually I did say like, you know, hey, can I like, no. Show all the pieces. Was this present? Wait. Something changed about you. And thing, and at that I did told eventually at a point of like, hey, you know, why would somebody have a painting like this? Oh, I should have checked this. It's like 1 o'clock. Why didn't I find any anomalies? Oh. I did find one anomaly. Okay, that one is obvious. .3D is way harder than 2D. Is this like an anomaly? Warning, many anomalies active. Please find 10% reports. Oh, you're an anomaly for sure. A thing, but like, I mentioned like the fact that like you know, I think like if I have to do something and you would like completely negate that and be like, hey, you know, say like like it is not. Oh, that was an anomaly. That was not good and that sort of stuff. You know, you should do it over again without like proper feedback. That I would be like, hey, you fuck, you know, fuck yourself, do it yourself, as in like broad terms and that sort of stuff. I don't know, like I don't know if I reported this painting, but these are still the same. There is something extra in here. There was not an apple there. I should have checked the wine glasses. No anomalies? Is this an anomaly? A thing, and from there it was like, you know, hey Elise, you know, once a week we're gonna have like a little feedback session, or they wanted to implement it, and I had like no choice, you know, and that sort of stuff. And the thing is, like, I was like, why do I need that? Like, yeah, we did think you need some feedback loop, like from like working with employees and how to like ask for clearance. I was like, I don't need that, you know, I don't need that. Because I think it's my identity that's a problem in like getting the job and that sort of stuff. Wait, you were way more empty. And that sort of stuff. Because like they like, you know, like working together, skills in that, like asking how one person goes or what the person thinks of you, you know, and asking for clearance. I don't think that's a problem because the question, like, you filled tonight, okay. You fixed two anomalies. I know, shut up. Okay, these paintings were normal. This was normal, this was normal. I wanted to check. That's normal, that's normal, that's normal. Normal. Wait, the towel was missing here. There was no towel there. Was that missing? This is all normal. This seems all normal. And one picture that I particularly wanted to check was like this one that was also normal. Normal. Seems normal. That laptop was like there. That orange was there. There was oh, that cup was thing missing. There was something like the remote was missing. But the thing, and you know, I was like, that is not the problem. But now I have like, I'm not gonna do it because they tasked me with like, hey Elise, you know, once a week, or you're gonna think every day of like, you know, what went well, what went wrong. I'm not gonna do that because like I don't see like the purpose of it. In yeah, you can handle well what goes wrong and like be better feedback giving and like thing. That is not the problem. That I said and such stuff. Like that's not the problem. Thing. But and that sort of stuff. And it really hit at me, like that was missing. And it really hit me in the sense that like, that lamp was not on. I'm pretty sure. Maybe the lamps are on. I don't know. Still present, still the same paintings. Thing. And I was like, I don't, like, I was so down by just that feedback thing that, like, I was like, that's not the point. This is not sitting here for, yeah, I'm here to learn. But I'm not, probably not wording it well, or wording it well, or bringing it correctly over, and that sort of stuff. I for a second thought there was a person there. The painting seems weird. I for a second I thought there was a person here. And that sort of stuff, but like it made me so down that I was like really sad, and I was at the point like talking to my girlfriend, and wait, what did I fix? I have no clue what I'm fixing. I have no clue what I'm fixing, but Hi. So, can I help you? What happens if I... do I die if I walk into you? Oh, I can't. Can I help you? Huh. I was doing my story and I heard that like, I was like, oh, because it's very more chill than actually from like the camera view. Now that I think about it. Oh. Does that count as object moving? But a thing, and I generally almost cried, I think. Because, you know, I felt like they was not listening to me. Because, for example, like, my GitHub is, like, partially private. It's just mostly private and that sort of stuff. And thing. I don't see any anomalies anymore. I don't see any anomalies anymore. Oh. I don't need a second toilet. And thing, because, like, I feel like I'm also not being heard. Because I partially my GitHub have, like, you know, my Preggo appearance, because that's what I want to be. And my GitHub is primarily private at this point. I can't help but wonder. Due to the fact of, like, well, not sharing that much. And such. But my job, like, my coach within integration work says, like, you know, hey, do you share your GitHub profile or do I do it to your job coach? I was like, I do that. But that's the point of the conversation today. And that sort of stuff. Is there always a plant here? Paintings are still the same. I think I just take a picture of the wall. I don't think that will work, but... thing. And I was like, that's not the thing. And I already knew that. I was like, back off that confidence. But the thing is, like, you know, that is the job market. And I know it's harsh. But, the thing is, like, I want to be... You were not on there. Like, if I remember one thing, you're not being on there because I took a picture of you earlier. The job market is harsh, I know, and you, like, technically you have to sell yourself as a product, as in sense of, like, you know, uh, if I like want to be a pregnant trans girl, you know, then that is gonna raise suspicion or raise like weird eyebrow. Yeah, see, no, it was right. You know, weird eyebrows, as in like, hey, you know, why do you have a big belly? And that sort of stuff. And of course, I can tell the context to everyone, but yeah, that doesn't work out always, or I don't get the chance to do that. So, you know, I don't always get the chance to do that. This was not here. Right? Oh, the laptop is on. My laptop blue screened. And such stuff. And the thing is, like, it's on the be, but on the other hand, I feel like I finally come open in who I want to be. And I finally feel like, I can show my true self and be happy and confident about it. But on the other hand, I get like pushed back into the box that I am, because, oh, you have to get a job. Oh, you have to get this. And I today said for the first time, actually, besides my friends, to like other people of like, hey, you know, uh, I think I just like on like my integration work, I totally say like, hey, I just want to be, closed off, like not being able to work and that sort of stuff. Primarily with the fact of like, hey, I don't want to be like job hunting anymore. I don't want to be in that progress and that sort of stuff because it doesn't feel to me like, the chance of like, hey, I get a job, I get a chance to grow, I get a chance. So. Can I? Okay. Okay. Look. And that sort of stuff, so there was like, yeah, but it doesn't feel to me like, hey, I do this because I want to like go, I want to get to work. No, I do this because I have to. And that sort of stuff. And just that progress that makes me tired of it. Like, I think if I get a job where, like, I'm on my own, or at least I'm accepted for the transgender girl that I am, and that sort of stuff, and that I can be who I want to be, that, that I think I will already be, like, think, what did I take a picture of? What did I take a picture of? I'm pretty sure this is different. But if I'm not different, then... And what did that trigger, by the way? Too many anomalies active. Yeah, I guess so. That thing, and yeah, I don't like want to get like at this point I don't want to work because I want to develop myself, I want to develop my skills and that sort of stuff. No, I'm doing this because I have to, you know. If I could get the chance, I would love to have my content creation as a career, but like I don't think that's suitable, as in like sense of like doable. Is that painting the same? I don't think that painting is the same. I know my footsteps suddenly sounds different. Do you hear that? I sound like I'm in a hurry for something. Oh. Those are a lot of tires. I love, by the way, in this game, how you can, like, see the anomalies getting fixed. Basically, like, as in, like... See? The extra object. Or extra objects. What? Oh, hi. So. Can you not jump scare me? For fuck's sake. I think I'm funny. But yeah, like, as I said, and overall the conversation was okay, as in, like, it was productive. I certainly worked on myself, but like once again, I don't think like my job coach and integration work is aligned with what I think is the problem. Like I think like the feedback loop, like as in taking on how to give feedback, and getting it from like other employees. I keep thinking there's a body over there. And that sort of stuff. And saying like I don't think that's the main problem. I think that will be coming like, you know, when you're like working, because like you don't get along well with anybody or with everybody. That's like normal. This is new. And that's just if there was surely no knife there. Like I'm pretty sure there was no knife on this table. No, don't gaslight me. See? You don't gaslight me, game. The witching hour starts, guys. Be alert. Be alert. But like, that's the thing. Like, I feel like But for example, with to get back to the GitHub thing, I have my Preggo thing there. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's not normal. What do you mean? What do you mean? Hello. I know you're inviting me there, but well, how about taking me out for dinner first, and that sort of stuff. Taking me out for dinner. That's what I thought. Now, but to get back on that GitHub thing, for example, let me. Like, to get back to the GitHub thing, this changed. To get back to the GitHub thing, I have my private thing there, and it's like really private. I haven't used for like showing off things because, well, nobody's been asking, and I didn't get the feeling it was there. And such stuff. And my job coach or my coach at my integration work is really pushing me to show that and like keep telling me like, hey, business. Business view, or like your GitHub should be business related and not like personal as you do. Well, I have primarily been using GitHub for my personal things and such stuff. So, like for me, GitHub is personal, but I guess not for them. And even if I say, like, I've said it 1,000 times, like, it is personal, it's private, I don't share it that much often. No, business thing. I get that, like, you share you get the projects, or with you get the projects, you share, you know, what you have made, and that sort of stuff. But like, I still think, like, not being listened to, because that Preggo identity or being the pregnant transgender girl, surely, you know, is a problem. Was this always an apple? I think this was always an apple. It's truly a problem. And that sort of stuff. And finding the right balance as in what somebody thinks about it and like a business view or like a professional view as in showing thing. To give an example, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I think the best example I can give is like, you know, nude, being a nudist. You know, if you're being a nudist or... Hi, Timothy. And I will read you the news. Today a man died. I died before him. Yesterday is so close. Good evening, citizens. I am Timothy, and I will read you the news, right? Today a man died. Is that me? Did I die? I didn't die yet. And such stuff. I didn't die yet. And thing, and like, if you're like on like a nude beach and you take a picture of that because you really like being a nudist, you know, you wouldn't share that like with your like co-workers and that sort of stuff, or you know, you wouldn't use the picture as you go job hunting, which I can get, but the thing is, wait, they laugh at me. You know, the thing is, like, this is who I want to be, and I get that, like, you know, getting into a company is the first thing, and you should like expose your identity and that sort of stuff, you know. But I feel like I'm not being listened to because, like, if even if I say like 1,000 times it's a personal GitHub, and you know, you could like make up or like it's a personal GitHub, you could make like GitHub that you share, that you also like. The thing is, there are some GitHub projects on there that I want to share with like people, and I think like making a sort of public GitHub is way better. That I can share without like any consequences. Are we spinning the bottle? You know, because for example, my Discord bot is also on there, so you could make the argument that like, hey, like you can make the argument you like remove the private thing and keep it visible, but like on the other hand, like that's like the contradiction, because like on the other hand, like I can make like you know, the Discord thing private, but there is still a lot of JavaScript skills that I can use. I think that is new. I am getting so good at this game. I'm so locked in, and I have to think about it. Think so, like that. Even if the Discord bot is might a bit controversial because, like, you know, of my, you know, content that's in it and my socials, I can help. I wonder. Was this present? That should be present. I didn't notice that until now. Oh, hi. Wait. Ew. Ew. I don't even want to see that getting squashed. Are you okay, sir? You need some help? You need some help? No? That's what I like. That's what I find funny. But it is skills that I can use and, you know, show off. But on the other hand, like, do you like hide it because of the controversial things in it, of my pregnant Vtuber thing? And I get that, like, you know, I don't have to show that, you know, I don't have to thing, and I can hide it, and I can tell about it, you know, and don't show, you know, show and tell. But still, like, would you do that? Like, on the other hand, like, for example, I talked to my girlfriend about this, And now I feel like I'm like not listened and about the job market in general. But I get like the thing is, to say honestly, I get their point of view, where they're primarily aiming at like you know helping me get to the job. And I get that, like, for example, things like political party and that sort of stuff, like, if you're like standing in a short skirt on the bar, that sort of stuff, you don't do a job on work and thing, but like, that's something you don't do on work. Oh, I'm not seeing any anomalies. Like, I can't help but notice. Try. Is this box moving again? No. I did was like fixing them quite active. So maybe they have like a grace period. I can't open any of the drawers here, I think. This is still present, this is still present. Those boxes are present, this is present. I heard something move. I legit heard something. And it must be the boxes, right? I'm not seeing any anomalies, but this is a problem. I'm not seeing anything. I'm legit not seeing anything. Wait, this wasn't an anomaly. That was an anomaly, right? Like, there's nothing that I see. Okay, that's apparently not an anomaly. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I know. No. Oh, this is what I heard. Yeah. Okay, there are more anomalies active than I think there are. Is that any of the paintings that I missed? No. I'm pretty sure nothing here has changed. Yeah. I'm pretty sure nothing here hasn't changed. So, I legit don't know. I'm gonna die at 5 a.m. Thing. I was talking with my girlfriend about it. She gets me, like, the confidence that she gets from, like, the thing and such stuff. And thing, but on the other... I don't legit don't see anything. Oh. Let me report one more. Please let this count. There's at least one done. This is always the same. No, I was at 540! Oh, thing. And she gets me, but on the other hand, she also gets the job market. So, did I do one more run? I was locked in. I was really locked in. Oh. I was at 540, yeah? But what did I need? Let's do one more run. Okay, that painting was the same. That painting is the same. I'm pretty sure the plant... What, the plant's missing? No. I don't think anything here changed. Maybe this was missing. Like, I'm pretty sure nothing here changed. Apparently this is normal now. With the blue thing. Like, I'm pretty sure nothing here changed. Like, I'm pretty sure nothing of the pictures changed, at least. That was missing. I was looking at that the whole time. How was I missing that one? These two pictures are apparently the same, which I find interesting. Was that missing? Yeah, the tire thing was missing. I'm pretty sure the tire thing was missing also. Was the blue suitcase missing? I think there were like little things missing I wouldn't notice, because the blue suitcase is easily missable. And that sort of stuff. But yeah, so overall, like, I do say today was a good day, but on the other hand, I think also today is like a bit of a weird day. A bit of a sad day. Because as I said, like, I finally, like, open up in who I want to be. And think, but on the other hand, the job market says, like, back in your shell, Elise. Or back in your box. You know? Back in your box. Back in your box, Elise. I think the only more things that just were missing. And I don't see anything again. We did get some interesting funny anomalies, so at least. And like still when I talk about it, I generally still feel sad again. But I think like on the other hand, like I can be put over it, like because like I'm like half a year like longer in integration work. And it's the sense of like she wanted to keep me half a year longer and work on this, and in 3 months I have like another update. Why don't I see any anomalies? Pictures are still the same, things are still the same. What the fuck has changed? Let's see, your picture is still the same. I'm just gonna report stuff because like I'm not reporting anything, and apparently I'm missing already anything a lot. Why was I so locked in the last one? Oh. Huh. Partial. I don't think I'm as actively as I think they are, because like think about it, like the last one I had like 21 anomalies, assuming like the counter is 4 before it triggers. You know. Which would make it 24. But I almost say this was missing. I don't know what's with the textures on your thing, but they glitch really well. No anomalies found. That door's still throwing me off. Oh, Jesus. Somebody is like tasting an apple. Somebody wants a bite of apple. But why was I so locked in the last game? Because I was talking about my identity. Like, in general, I think, like, I know that my identity is a problem, and that, like, I can live through my identity only in, like, the ideal world. But there is no ideal world in this scenario. And as I'm aware, like, I need to get a job. Even if I don't want to at this point, maybe. But no creepy men in the corner giggling at me. No creepy men in the corner giggling at me. Why is this game so hard to spot sometimes? I heard water drop. I don't go crazy. I'm gonna have to make anomalies active again. No, I don't hear water. Ja, too many anomaly actives. I legit didn't see any. I legit didn't see any. Should we start? Wait, I heard a pop. Oh. It's the game. I legit don't see anything. I legit don't see anything. We got to like 540. Oh. I love this game. Like, Thing. But the thing, yeah, like, there were only like 20 anomalies active at least on like 5 a.m. Thing. But yeah, my identity is the main issue, I think, in finding work. And, you know, maybe I am destined to never find work. You know, maybe I'm one of those persons that never find work in London, these things. The thing is, if I will move to Italy towards my girlfriend, you know, I still have to find work there. You know, I won't, like, get that check mark of, like, hey, she is, like, checked off. She doesn't have to get to work, you know? Thing. And, yeah, as I said in general, I personally think, like, to recap what I tried to say across the story, I personally think it's my identity that's a problem finding the work, as in, like, a bit of, like, self-confidence in who I am and being confident in what I, like, trying to basically sell myself as. the second thing is, I don't think they're listening to my integration work because, as I said, I have my Preggo identity on my GitHub, which is personal for me and private. And they keep saying, business view. I think you should change that. People are gonna have an opinion. Yeah, people are gonna have an opinion about everything and that sort of stuff. And you're not listening. And I think that is better fixed by saying, hey, this is my private GitHub, this is my public GitHub, and that I can move things in between that I want to show, because that also fixes the Discord thing. The third thing is that feedback thing, as I have to think about what went well today, I have to think what went wrong today. I'm not gonna do that because I don't see the nuances of it. Like, I don't think, like, as I said, like, asking for feedback, once a week of how it went, what was the thing, how does it happen, once a week. I don't have a choice with it, but that doesn't mean I think, it's useful and that sort of stuff. So there are going to be feedback moments which I'm going to hate, but I think maybe I don't see it in now, and, maybe in a week or two I'd be like, oh, it's the greatest thing that ever come to me, but, like, I don't think feedback is the problem, as I said. Maybe in, like, accepting feedback and how to handle it, because as a transgender, I did have some trouble with what people think about me, but, like, as I said, that's another thing. I've went through therapy to deal with that. And thing, and as I said, this thing, and like, they can say we think this and we're gonna do this, but you just but still listen. The funny thing is, how I said to that coach, that like I told basically the first coach about my Vtuber and about my pregnant identity, and how she was avoiding me, or if you like, she came to me today after that conversation, and she told me like, Elise, hey, I'm not trying to avoid you after you think I don't want to give you that impression. I was like, that can happen. Because as I thought, she was indeed really busy and forgot me, basically. Which is not a good sign, but she wasn't avoiding me on purpose after telling, her I want to be a pregnant trans girl. So, like with her, like with that coach, I think like I can find it way better than with my software development coach and my job coach. And I think maybe through her, she needs to maybe with her, I need to find the balance in all of this and say, this is what I accept, and it's not. Maybe I need to sit with my software coach and her once and just figure things out and that sort of stuff. But I think she's more on her colleague side than my side, so yeah. Thing. I have to say, I do really love this because you know why I love this? Because it's 3D. And, you can do so much with 3D. It's way otherwise, because normally you stand in in this corner of the room and this is what you see. And so you only have to remember this. Now you have to check around corners, things, and that sort of stuff. Like, for example, do I see this standing near, You have to do a 360 scan of the room. And that's what I love so much. And as you see, anomalies feel way different in 3D than through a cam. So I do really love this. Well, I at least hope you're enjoying my story, because I'm Elise, a pregnant Vtuber trans girl on the internet. If you like I'm Observation Duty, or I'm Observation Duty style games, make sure to check the outro playlist on the left, because in there will be I'm Observation Duty 1 and 2, but also Anomaly Watch, Paranormal Inc., and other I'm on observation duty style games and that sort of stuff. So if you're interested in that, make sure to check that out. As stated, I'm Preggo, Elise, you're pregnant, gendered, Vtuber trans on the internet. You're pregnant, you're gendered girl, basically. And but I do primarily focus on protective and horror content on my channel. So if you like horror, make sure to check my channel out and that sort of stuff. But as I said, horror and protective. I also do a lot of let's plays, including blueprints, Binding of Isaac, Call of Duty Zombies, Call of Duty Veteran Campaign series, Mind content. Different RTS games in the past and that sort of stuff. So if you like that, make sure to check it out and that sort of stuff. If you want to talk to me, you're pregnant, gendered girl, and that sort of stuff, you can always join your Discord. I'm the most active there, and that sort of stuff. I give the most frequent updates in the Discord because I'm the most active there and that sort of stuff. So that's your best place for updates. That's your best place to talk to me, or your best chance to talk to me. And and that's your small community or community hub as of talking to stay in contact with other members of the community may share an interest in horror, may share in horror, let's play things, or just search a few new gaming buddies that maybe like a Pregtuber like me, wink wink, and that sort of stuff. Otherwise, you can also leave a comment. I try to read every comment, but it might take a bit longer to get there and that sort of stuff. Or if you want to have any business reasons to contact me, in my channel description I have a business email. My Discord you can find in the link tree down below. And with that, this Preggo is gonna say have a wonderful time, have a wonderful week. And might see you next week when we're finally gonna beat this house. Until then, bye.